Well. All right, my good people. It's your boy Art Czar back with you once more, live in effect, on scene, on site, with yet another Coach Reveal. Now, I'm going to shake things up a little bit here today. I see that you see in the background a few of the other items that I've done reviews on in the past, but we're not going to focus on those items, okay? We're going to keep this simple, stupid, or how they say it, kiss. We're going to kiss this. We're going to focus mainly upon this bad boy right here. Okay, so what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is another one of Coach's beautiful sling packs. This is one of the ones that they've discontinued, actually. You can't really locate this one any longer in the store. This is an outlet store purchase, by the way. So I know a lot of people have been putting in the comments the difference between an outlet store purchase and a retail store purchase. There's significant differences, mainly in the minor details. That's where you'll find these differences. They lie in some of the fine areas of the item, like the pull tabs, and you'll see the dividers with leather trim along the side of them. From retail items, you'll see basically like my belt bag here. You'll see you can customize this and put things on it. I did a review on this one some time ago. As a matter of fact, same difference goes for my Kennedy brief right here. This being the Kennedy brief, that bag, and obviously the Metropolitan tote over there. So all these bags do have, and those are all three, the other ones here in the back. All three of these items here, they're retail items. This one is one of my very first purchases. I remember picking this bag up about a year or two ago. Maybe it's a little longer than that. I don't know. But I saw it and I instantly fell in love with the way it looks. I've since basically gifted this to my son because he's getting on his coach journey. So he has a few items. So I'm trying to get him built up into the way of the coach warrior. And that's what we're doing with him. So with no further ado, let's get into this bag. This is another one of the sling bags. This is one of the first ones that I saw at Coach. And I'm sure they've had these things for quite some time, even before I started buying them. And even before I began to get enamored with these types of items. Now let's go right into it. See what really caught my eye. And I've never been much of a big time camo guy, but it's something about this camo that caught my eye. Now again, this is a signature canvas camo print. Okay, I thought that was kind of interesting. I had never seen that before until I went to this Coach outlet store and saw it, and I said, wow, what is that? Instantly got my attention, and I had to go over and do something about it, you know, with the intent to purchase and, you know, go on my merry way. So the first thing that caught my eye was this signature camo print for the signature coated canvas. Okay, you can look real close. There is a Coach insignia there. If you look a little close, you can see that right there. That was kind of interesting how they were able to embed that into the tumbled leather. You never really see that because you would never see that. That's the whole point of putting it in that tumbled leather, so you can't see it. I think they didn't want you to see it so much. Okay, I think they wanted you to be able to understand the quality of this item, but not so much as pronounce it as a Coach item. They try to hide as much as the logos and things like that as possible, which is a good touch for those who don't want that stuff to be displayed on their bags or their items. Let's get into it. So what we have here, this bag does have two zipper compartments. The first is an outside zipper compartment. I used to carry this bag a little bit before my son actually got it. It's a pretty nice size, deep little pocket in here. This is deep enough, and it's not wide enough where you can actually open it and you can see everything down in it. But that's pretty much I would say a 7-inch deep pocket, 7 or 8-inch deep pocket. Obviously, you can get your cell phone in there, organizers, things like that. Stuff that you typically wouldn't carry in your pocket, you would put in this dividing space right here. Okay, so you have a lot of area and a lot of room in here. Now let's look at the other aspects of this particular item in terms of the quality of the particular material that they chose. Now this is a tumbled leather. Can't really say it's a lambskin like the pastry backpack, but it's definitely nice and soft and supple. It's tough and rugged, definitely has some strength to it. It's not something that's going to tear or rip as soon as you place something of larger capacity in it. Now guys, I know you're going to ask, or ladies, you're going to ask, Can I get a MacBook in there or something like that? You might can get a Surface in here. Any of the Windows Surface or the Acer tabs or the Samsung tabs will easily fit in this thing. You might can get a small iPad in there. I'm sure you can get the smallest of the iPads they make would definitely fit in this bag. Without a question, they'll fit. But I don't know about the Pros. The Pros will be a problem. I'm pretty sure this bag is not that big. It's probably a total of about 16 inches tall, and I would say about 8 or 9 inches wide, if it were my guess. And the depth of this bag is not so much either. So even if you were to space it out and place some items in there, you're probably getting about 3 or 4 inches max if you spread this out. So back of the bag, of course, is padded in mesh, which is a nice touch if you don't want that any of the items in this bag to be digging into your back or whatever have you. This adds soft cushioning to it and whatever have you. So that's a good touch. All of that is soft. You have your O-ring clamps on either side of the bag with a dog leash clamp. That way you can take this off and you can clamp it to either side of the bag. If you don't like that side, you can take it off and clamp it here. So you have your option. Either way you would like to do that. So that's a beautiful little touch. Of course, it's held down by the same type of leather with an attachment to the O or D ring, whichever you prefer to call that, that keeps it in place, securely locks it tight. So therefore, it's not going anywhere. Pretty strong. Okay, and the signature part of this that I like is the way they've made this hang tab that basically holds the item all to your back. The strap, this obviously you can tell is the seat belt material, that nylon or whatever you want to call that. This stuff is what they typically use. So it's that type of thing. It's something they use on mostly all of their items, whether it's retail or outlet. They use this nylon seatbelt material, which is very durable, as everyone knows. You need a special cutter to cut this stuff, unless you have a really sharp knife. But other than that, this stuff is not going to rip or tear. We all know that. Okay, this is obviously held together with a version of this tumbled leather, and it's stitched very well to the top half of this bag. It's split at the toe, or I like to call this a split toe bag because it represents like a split toe shoe, a dress shoe, and that's what it looks like to me, so I call it a split toe at the top. But it's actually just a split with a double stitch on both sides that holds this together. Let's get into this interior of this main compartment, if we will. Now here's where it gets interesting. This is a pretty deep bag. Believe it or not, like I said, there's some room in here. You can get some pretty significant things in here. You can load this up with pretty much anything you can think of that's small enough to be carried in a folder or something. You might throw some things in here. Or let's say like a purse. If a lady wanted to carry this bag, if a lady had the camo flavor in her arsenal, hey, this would work beautifully for her. If a guys have the camo thing going on, hey man, more power to you. Knock it out and go with it. It works. Obviously, you have a separate tab here with an enclosure that snaps in place. You have a deep pocket that you can also carry your phone in, your keys, any wallets or things like that will fit snugly and securely in that particular area of this particular bag. And that's pretty much the gist of it. This is kind of similar to the Hudson pack, the one that I reviewed some time ago. It's got a lot of traction in that video. A lot of people actually like to watch in that one, so I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy the same thing with this one. This is a very durable bag. You might can find one of these on like a Poshmark or something like that, or one of the consignment websites. They probably won't introduce this bag again in Coach. You might find one hanging around somewhere out there in one of the Coach outlet stores. You're not gonna find this in retail, not this particular style. This is an outlet bag. And I've told everyone before, the way you can tell from the outlet purchases and another outlet purchases, both outlet and retail typically sometimes have the mesh, but it's always on the items at the outlet store. Retail, you might not ever see mesh, but sometimes you might. Depends on the item. And I know retail uses a certain type of tumbled leather versus outlet uses a certain type of tumbled leather. They're all going to be different. They're going to have their strengths and their things that make it beautiful and things that make it not as beautiful. Get my Coach water in the shot there. So it's going to be some things in all of these items that give it a special gravitas, so to speak. But it doesn't make it any less of a bag. The pull tabs have the same type of tumbled leather on it as well. So you're not going to lose anything with this bag. It's definitely not going to disappoint you. Will it be the one that's in the catalog with Michael B. Jordan on it? No. But it will definitely be one that you can place in the catalog and you can wear it like it's in the catalog. It's going to feel like it came from a catalog. So, in terms of what you value in it personally, is going to be what you receive in it in terms of value. So it's not going to be anything that's lesser of an item just because it's not out of the retail store. It's not going to be lesser of an item if it comes from outlet. It's really your flavor and how much money you'd like to spend. I've played with both sides of this thing, and I've gotten value off both sides. And sometimes I say, well, you know what? It's time for me to move on with a piece. And I'll just, like I said, I'll give them to my son or someone in the family that may have a better use or need for it than I would at that time. So, but in any event, this is a very good product. I recommend it, or any of these sling packs, or sling bags. Men, we're done with the days of the bulky pockets. Do not let me see you guys out there with bulky pockets. I catch you with bulky pockets, I'm going to instantly slap you with the Coach bag right in the face. Pow! I'm going to say, go to the nearest Coach store and get you a sling pack, man. Get this bulky pocket syndrome behind you. Those days are over, okay? No more of the days of the bulky pockets with the keys and all that stuff protruding through your pockets and damaging your pocket lining. That's why they make these bags. Now, you're going to feel a certain kind of way in the beginning when you first start carrying it, but who cares? At the end of the day, you're going to be stylish, you're going to be profiling, you're going to be knocking things down in the wake of your interest to any situation, room, or meeting, or whatever you're going to. You're going to be very, very well known when you walk in with something like this on. People are going to say, that guy has style, or this lady has style. It's going to be something different, okay? So for you guys out there, this is a men's bag. That doesn't mean that it can't be double labeled as a unisex purchase. It can be a unisex bag depending upon the purchaser or the intent of the person that's looking to acquire it. But the initial intent for this purchase or this item was intended for men. It's definitely in the men's section of the Coach store. Okay? That does not preclude you women or you ladies from going out there and snagging this thing also. So it is up for grabs. Whoever wants it can get it. Okay? So that's pretty much the gist of that, everybody. This is your boy Art Czar again with yet another review, dropping it down like we always do it. And like I said, like, share, or subscribe to my content. And I'm going to keep dropping these videos because I got a lot more products to show you guys, okay? And also drop me a comment down below if I got something wrong or if I'm missing something. If there are more experienced coach people out there than I am, please, I am open for suggestion, commentary, correction, and all that good stuff. I'm not above any form of reproach. I'm here to make this content and make it for people who are looking to get into the Coach family and buy quality items at a very good rate. Okay? So again, guys, I thank you very much for listening. Peace.